Hey guys, my name's Jake. Welcome to the channel. As you can see here, we are at a log job. A friend of mine's got a logging company, and when I get the opportunity to, turn a little bit, when I get the opportunity to, I come over and jump in a piece of equipment and go out and have some fun. Well, that's not good. It's like one of the sets of back tires left the ground. Down we go. My version of stress relief. Just go jump in a piece of equipment, and I figured I'd bring you guys along for the ride. This is a new thing for me. I've never had a YouTube channel, but we're gonna give it a try. So let's go. So somebody forgot the disconnect switch. I'm gonna jump out, run over and grab that, and I will be right back. Welcome back. See if it works this time. We've got some power. We're booting though. There we go. Air ride seat. It's important. He told me to call him when we got to the border so he could let us know where to go. He said something about a new roadway. Alright. I don't know if you guys can tell at this angle, but our terrain is certainly not flat. At least not on this piece of property. Luckily, these machines are pretty good in kind of nasty terrain. And I don't know which way to go. Got it. Alright, hopefully I'll see you soon. Alright, bye. Let's park this thing, jump out and take a look at what he's got over there. Oh, don't fall.
A few moments later.
And he just lost his chain. Good news, doesn't look like it's broken.
I knew it was gonna happen, but either that or pinch it.
So how is this done?
Requires zero tools.
No tools, just the knowledge of how it goes together.
First 100 psi of hydraulic fluid in the system tensions the chain. And then any pressure above and beyond that is what drives it. So literally just to push it in.
You shove it back,
That's it.
put it on, and we're done.
If the chain were on it when you needed it, you just pull on it and sucks the bar in.
Oh, okay. Apparently I need a sunshade.
That's gonna hurt.
Grab the one we want, please. It's an unstable pick, but it's a good pick. He knows that I can't get much further back there. So he's bringing it to me instead. Hopefully from your angle you can see what he's doing, because that's always fun to watch. That machine's super cool. I'm still within his line of sight, so if we're going the wrong way, he should give us a shout and let us know. Welcome back. I did not have another battery on the landing, so we called it a day. Well, then, and today we're back out and doing the same thing. There's not a whole lot of wood on the ground, but he is out in the cutter and actively making some more wood for us to pick up. From what I gathered talking with him this morning, there is a whole bunch of random stuff out here, so we're just going to kind of go around and see what we can find. See what we can get picked up. One of these is not like the other. We've got a long one. Nah, it's got a couple that are a little bit mixed up. That's alright. It gets a little tricky when you start working close to your headboard because you've got the boom kind of knuckles underneath itself. And what you expect to happen doesn't really happen when you hit the controls. So if at all possible, generally what I prefer to do at least is to try to grab the back side of the log. That way it gives you a little bit better opportunity to work with it and not be so cramped up. That noise, in case you're wondering, there's an electronic seat lock on here, and if I push the button, my seat will lock in place, and if I push the button again, it'll unlock so I can spin around. It's really helpful when you're working on side hills or if you're just going back and forth. You know, I like to use it kind of all the time whenever I'm spinning the seat. That's what it's made for. We're gonna have to watch out for that little tree. I don't want to hurt it. Poor little guy. Now I can't see anything back there, so I'm just kind of setting it down and hoping that I put it in a position where it'll stay. There we go. I like the way he's doing this now. He's putting his 16s in the back and the 8s up front. It makes a lot of sense considering the 16 is usually the first log that gets cut off. If you guys ever get the opportunity to run one of these machines, you should definitely do it. It's a lot of fun.
So, what do you do for a living?
I lift things up and put them down.
Excuse me?
I lift things up and put them down.
Come on back here. Thank you. Alright, we're back in the cab. I'm gonna head back up to the landing to get this unloaded. So I'm going to stick the camera on this excavator over here and stick the boom up in the air as much as I can and try to get a pretty good vantage point of unloading this machine. He said it's probably frozen, so I probably won't be able to do a whole lot with it as far as moving the machine around, but I can at least stick the boom up. We'll kind of see where it goes from there. I did throw some of the logs off already. We've got this pile of pulp here, and we've got the hardwood pulp on here. My main objective is to help out a friend of mine and get some wood out of the woods and onto the landing. So it's one less thing he has to do as the solo operator. So if the lines are not perfectly straight and the ends aren't perfectly lined up, it's probably going to be okay, but it is something that I'm working on. He would probably tell me just to go ahead and swing that, and that's why you just go ahead and swing that. So you don't fight where you can't see anything and potentially lose logs. This one's kind of stuck. I don't know if you can tell, but that log is kind of jammed in there and caught where I can't open or close my grapple. I think the best solution is just to bring it over next to me and just try to step out of the machine and grab it. Let's see. Come on. Oh. It's actually a little bit easier than I was anticipating it being. Well, Ford is unloaded. I was asked to grab a grease gun out of the back of the pickup truck. I hope you enjoyed the kind of different angles that we were able to get using the excavator. Like I said, next time I come out and do any recording, make sure to grab a couple more cameras. Grease gun, got it. So we can run more than one camera at once and try to get some different angles and perspective without needing to turn the camera on and off and only be able to use one camera at a time. I see it's a little distracting. It's especially distracting to work because I have to stop to move the camera angle or try to climb equipment with a camera in my hands. Don't know if there's anything metal on the inside of this for me to stick to that's going to point you in the right direction. So we're going to go back out and go after another load. I think at this point I'm going to be done talking to the camera.
Meanwhile,
I actually would like to be a little bit productive, and just constantly switching up the camera angle is pretty difficult, so I don't know, I might throw the camera around a little bit as we're out here working, but I'm going to spend less time thinking about the camera and more time thinking about getting some wood up and onto the landing. So we'll circle back later. And this is nasty out here. Wet, sticky. If I was to try to put the forwarder on this right here, I don't think it would end well. So I really should have backed into here. I thought the camera angle would be a little bit better if I drove in, but I'm kind of now in a situation where I have to leave and back out to turn around to come back in here, which sucks, but it is what it is. I'm actually going to try to move this little bit of hemlock right here. And see if I can't just get right in there. Well, that's not good. Well, that's not good. Blew a hydraulic line. Don't know if it was my fault or if it just happened. What? But it happened, and we're losing a lot of fluid really fast. So we're gonna have to see what happened and get it taken care of. So it's coming from up in this area, up here.
Right there. This one's loose.
That one's loose?
Most likely. Or it blew. So if you boom back and put this right up against your ram, you can see where it's leaking from inside the cab. Huh. That's odd.
So there's a cover right here, and looks like whatever happened behind here. We'll have to pull the cover off and see what's going on. There's that.
Definitely split.
Yeah, that angle shouldn't be like that. So there's a short section of hose right there that has to be replaced. Yep. Yeah. Down we go.
When they say anything for the shot, you're supposed to just follow the boom.
Yeah, well,
Two.
gotta pull one off next to it to get it.
Coming.
Yeah.
Just trying to figure out where to put these.
Unfortunately, I don't think it's just loose.
I was hoping, because I have been having problems with one of them down by the grapple. No, that wasn't tight either. So I guess we're going to be checking them all while we have access to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ordered some of these 45s because they're all crappy looking.
Did you see your drags? No.
So slippery.
No.
It was loose, just not where I thought it was.
Yeah.
Except that's an O-ring fitting, or a pipe fitting. It's got an O-ring on it.
As long as you don't lose the O-ring. Well, that's what we need.
Yeah, and it's got to be that exact length.
Well, yeah.
Cool. That is, why is this so black?
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing, just like black. Just, his hands are a lot worse than mine. All right. Yeah. Let's see if we can get down safely.
Change some oil.
Well, the oil itself looks nice and
Well, it looks like I did a motor oil change.
it looks like you did an engine oil change for sure.
And the rags are in the cab, so when you're down,
I got one clean hand.
right, so when you're down, open the door.
So what's the maneuver to get from here to there? Is it to go to the bunk
I
first?
went to that and the bunk simultaneously.
All right, well, we're going to just go ahead and utilize this metal to hold that camera. We're going to the bunk.
Don't you wish I had bought that four-wheeler for you to have brought in this morning and, you know, take a hose out?
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't know how I'm getting out of here. There's a hill that I don't have four-wheel drive, so I can't make it up the hill.
Well, his house is right here if you get picked up on McConnellsville Road.
Oh.
Like if you follow the property line, his house is 200 feet away on McConnellsville Road.
Oh.
See the roof? That's the neighbor's roof.
That's,
So from Blacktop, you're on flat ground and only 500 feet.
I can walk that.
You just have to get picked up on McConnellsville Road.
Yeah. I can walk that. Well, I'm back with a line.
Grab that bolt as you walk by.
So I've got a little bit of hemlock on here right now, and with the truck coming for hardwood, we are going to be taking the hemlock and tossing it off and filling with hardwood. Well, if you rotate past the halfway point, one of those is too long. That one. That is Probably a saw log. For how big this machine is, it's pretty incredible how good they can maneuver. Before anybody yells at me about running this with low in hydraulic fluid, he did check the tank and said that there is more than enough in there. It just was a little bit low. So we're gonna finish loading and then we'll go out and put oil in it before we come back in. So this is not great. We're in a hole on our right side, or excuse me, on our left side. And the right side over here, so this over here is on a stump and this one's in a hole and I can't really go backwards. So I think my only option is to reach in and pick up some logs out of here. If I can get a hold of some, and swing them out this way as far as I can. In order to try to not tip over. I cannot lift those logs. They're currently on the ground. I'm going to try to get my high side. Ooh, see, there's the stump. So that's part of the problem right there, I think. Yep. So, oh, I turned the camera on because I figure if I'm going to tip this thing, I'm going to do it with the camera on. Yeah. So I've got three 16-footers hanging out the one side. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, yeah. Well, I wasn't on flat ground. It was another one of those instances where there was a hole and there was a stump all at the same time, and I was falling in this hole that's 3 foot deep while being forced to climb over this 2.5 foot tall stump. Well, guys, it's going to call it a wrap for the day. Thanks for tuning in and watching. Hope you enjoyed some of it, at least. Today it was just myself with the camera and a couple mounts, and I've only got one camera with me. And our next video, we're going to have a little bit more planned out. We're going to put a lot of time and effort into that one, and hopefully make something really, really cool. So, again, thanks for hanging out and watching, and I hope to see you next time.